5.2.4 Doctrine of Christ. 2 John verse 9. Whoever transgresses and does not abide in the doctrine of Christ does not have God. He who abides in the doctrine of Christ has both the Father and the Son. A recurring theme in John's epistles is that of the spirit of the Antichrist. John makes this statement to the elect lady following his stern warning to her about the many deceivers who have gone out into the world, whom also, as he puts it, do not profess Jesus Christ as coming in the flesh. It is probably the third of this docetic heresy, as we will later find out, which John is mostly referring to in his letters as the deceiver and the Antichrist. By way of illustration, in 1 John 4, verse 2, he said, "This is how you can recognize the Spirit of God. Every spirit that acknowledges that Jesus Christ has come in the flesh is from God. But every spirit that does not acknowledge Jesus is not from God. This is the spirit of the Antichrist." The term Antichrist in this case, unlike the one in the book of Revelation, where it clearly points out to a person or a figure of eschatological agent of Satan, quite possibly refers to any teaching which distorts the true nature of Christ. The testimony of the New Testament is that Jesus Christ has come or had come in the flesh. That is, he was fully human and fully divine. Therefore, the doctrine of Christ in this context can be defined as one which correctly lays emphasis on both Christ's humanity as much as his divinity. The teaching which confirms him as the pre-existent Word becoming flesh and dwelling amongst men, as seen in John 1 verse 14, is therefore in this case what can be termed as the right doctrine. Whoever denies this sound teaching according to John is a counterfeit, and the elect lady who was advised not to receive any such heretic into her house, nor even greet him, lest she shares in his evil deeds, which are false doctrine. Matthew Henry commentary suggests that possibly this lady was like Gaius, of whom we read in the next epistle, was a generous housekeeper, very hospitable entertainer of traveling and ministers and Christians. These deceivers might possibly expect the same reception with which others or with the best who came, as the blind are often bold enough. But the apostle allows it not. Do not welcome them into your family.